Hello, what is up? I'm making this video. A few people in the Discord asked about a specific building technique that I use, so instead of trying to describe it, I figured I'd just do it and let you guys watch. So basically the idea is that when you're making caverns, specifically caverns, but like you can do it with any kind of build, but when you're making caverns, there's a lot of slopes and you know, different levels and stuff like that, but usually you can see the whole thing from the top all at once. So I found it's kind of hard to build that out like without building the framework of it first, including depth. So I just thought that I would use this small map down here to demonstrate that method and how I do it. Couple caveats. I'm going to use the PC version. This is a insider development build only, so if we have any bugs or anything like that, or if I'm just not used to using it, please give me a little flexibility here. But it is exciting to be using the PC version. It's very smooth. It's a much bigger screen, obviously, and pretty close to being ready for you guys to bang on a little bit in the Discord beta. So, all right, let's get started. So the map that I chose, I found it online. I will be sure to credit the original creator in the description below. I've already done the work of kind of numbering the grid. I use this sophisticated program called Microsoft Paint in order to measure out the grid lines. My numbers are in the middle of the grid lines because each one of those 4 square blocks is a single piece like this size. So this helps me kind of more easily figure out which pieces go where and based on what. So as you can see, we're looking at like a 12 by 12 and a half. So let's do like 13 by 13 to have plenty of room on both sides for it. So we got 1, 2, let's snap in. Why are you not snapping? There we go. 2, 4, 8, 12, and then one more for 13. And then we highlight 12. Duplicate, and then put them right here. There's a little, well, strange as it sounds, it seems like a little less precise with the placing it with the mouse instead of my finger, but I'm sure it's just something I'll be getting used to over time. But yeah, it is really nice to build on the PC. Alright, let's count this out and make sure we're looking at 13 by 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, cool. Yeah, so that's 13 by 13. Like I said, it looks like it's 12 and a half by 12 and a half on here, but it doesn't have to be that crazy, that serious. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put up our framework. Let me see, I think I want to use this for the framework. So we're going to go ahead and make this first level wall. Really not sure how entertaining this is going to be for other people. I'm not like chatting with anyone. Keep telling myself I'm going to do like a live chat while I do this, so it's not just me talking, but I always end up just feeling like I want to do it in the spur of the moment and never set it up or get anyone watching before I start. Alright, so let me see if that's on there. So yeah, what I'm doing right now, obviously, is you know, building this framework, and then yeah, so that's like the first level, and I can see on this little map here, it looks like there's 2 levels here. So the entrance on the west side and the east side, the northwest side and the southeast side, both look to be on the first level, and it looks like that middle area is about 1 layer up. So we're going to make a build here with 2 levels. So we're just going to select all those and duplicate and drop it right there. So that's going to be our, you know, the depth and the framework. So this is as tall and as the borders of it are all proper. And then yeah, so from here we just kind of start building into it, and then when we're done, we're going to take all these floor pieces and fill in all the spots that don't have, like on the map here, all the black areas. That's what we'll fill in with just like these floor pieces. So looks like we're looking at like 10 here, so that's 3, 2, 3 up from the bottom, and remember that's 2 floors deep, so we're going to delete this piece and delete this piece. So that's our entrance right there. And what we're going to do is just, I'm going to try to use as few pieces as possible, because the more pieces you use, the more expensive it is for people to download it and get using it on their devices. So I'm going to do my best to keep the number of pieces I use to a minimum. Generally try to do that as much as I can for stuff that we put in the store, but just good to keep that in mind. So look, we've got the two floors here now, and that's the entrance where you see 10 in the bottom right, and it looks like we've got, remember this is 13, but I'll use the other side of this map as like the extra area. So it looks like we've got like another square, or like another 4 squares of like a straight corridor. Let's just do that real quick. And this would be a little bit quicker if I wasn't explaining how I was doing it while I was doing it, but I'm not in a rush. You guys could probably watch this on like 1.5 or 2x speed to get through it a little faster. I'm just not rushing myself. And then it looks like it starts sloping up a little bit. So we've got 1 square, 2 squares, and then the next one, it looks like it kind of goes up and then peaks during the next one. So we can actually grab 2 more. So let's go like this. Grab, 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 grab. Grab, grab. Grab, grab. Looks like I grabbed the wrong one over here. So we just deselect that, get the right one. And we're going to duplicate all of these. What I'm going to do is turn off the snap up in the top there, so that I can turn it kind of like at this gradual upward slope, and then place it without having it lock in. So you see it's kind of like sloping up a little bit. Not too drastically, but it looks like it comes up and kind of covers one of these, this row right here. So it comes up there, and then it kind of comes down steeper for, looks like another 1, 2 blocks. So I'm just going to use this same thing and turn it this way and line it up there. Let's turn it a little bit more. There we go. I think dropping it right there would be good. And then obviously that's not supposed to be there, so let's actually, no, we don't need this at all. Get out of here. I'll deal with that later, but the second layer starts about here, so I don't want to create that one, but let's go and bring this down. So I did not turn off snap for vertical snapping. I mean, rotation snapping, so that's why it's still snapping that way, but I can if I want to. I just don't really need to right now. Let's do that. And let's turn snapping back on and kind of go across a little bit. Let me actually... Turned off. I'm going to go more in. All right, let's see where we're at real quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like this should, the bottom part of this cavern should go out to about 1, 2, 3. It should go here and then start to come up. So let's go ahead and go ahead and bring it across like that. It's a little smooth, I think, you know, compared to the image. But if we want later, we can kind of come in and break it up a little bit. Let's just get the outline done. So 1, 2, 3 blocks in, 1, 2, 3 blocks in. And then it's like kind of halfway up the second one. See what I'm saying? Because you know, we're doing 13 by 13 instead of 12.5 by 12.5. So we'll take this half right here and kind of go up here. But we're going to curl this up until it's all the way over here. So what we can do is just keep stealing from our already used assets, you know, and just keep building around and around. Going like that. Then let's come up here and figure out where our entryway is, so we can kind of like build up and merge into that as like a different measure. So it looks like it's 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. Yeah, so it kind of starts here and here, I'd say. So I'm just gonna like, what I'll do is, because it's in the middle of these two, I'm just going to go ahead and scooch this over a little bit. Kind of like, oh, I'm going to turn snap back on. Scooch this over a little bit. Oh, this is one of the parts I'm trying to get used to. Is it on strict snap? Oh, there we go. There we go, that's better. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know, scooch it over like halfway instead of the whole way. And I'm going to do the same on this side. And just kind of like scooch it over part way. And then that's kind of in the middle of the two instead of choosing one or the other. And it looks like they come up and around. But before I go there, I want to bring this all the way up here to meet the new entrance. And I kind of just make this up as I go along. You know, it's different depending on what build you're working on, how important it seems like, you know, every single little inch might be. You can, I get that, there we go. Let me see. And this keeps curving around. So let's do this. And then, so I keep double clicking. When you double click or double tap on something, it zooms into that area. So if you see me doing that, that's why. All right. How many over does this look like it's supposed to be? Like 1, 2? Yeah, so this looks good. We're getting there. I think this should come up and around. Oh, sorry, I got distracted by Grant, our CEO, hitting me up on Slack. Such a pain in the butt, that guy. I'm just kidding, Grant. So I feel like there are other pieces that might be good for what I'm doing here, which is kind of like creating a sharp edge, but I'm committed to using as few pieces as possible, so. Let's see, how do I fix this? Can I rotate this without breaking it? Not really. How does that look on the other side? Let's see. Not great, but not terrible. I feel like I can... I feel like that's pretty good for now. And then, back button's my favorite button. The undo button, if you will. I think we can turn snap back on for this. Let's see. So I don't like when it sticks out like that, but let me see if I can grab this. I actually want snap off. All right, looking good. Snap off. So like when you're doing caverns, you'll find yourself turning snap off a lot to kind of like get these unnatural kind of, I mean they are natural, but like uneven curves and whatnot. Snap is really useful for like dungeons and castles or villages, but when you get down into the caverns and there's not a lot of straight walls, kind of find yourself using the snap off way more often. Just kind of like put this in here. Oops. Put this in here and kind of close off this rough area right here. Yeah. Oh, what did I do? Kind of a narrow entryway. I'm not sure if there's anything. I'll deal with that later if I want to. Oops. Yeah, let's just keep it going. Let's just. Oh, Eric, stop. Let's just keep it going. Let's just keep building this top part right here. How deep are we in? 1, 2, 3 in. It should be coming down already a little bit more. 1, 2. So here is where it should be curving back down. So I don't think I really needed to use that this middle piece here, but I'll just leave it for now. Yeah, these edges are pretty sharp. The ones in the map itself are a little bit more rounded. I'll probably go in afterwards and kind of like either put stuff in the corners to kind of make it look more rounded, or do something along those lines. But I feel like for now it's not terrible. Alright, so where's that bottom out? Looks like on the fourth one it kind of bottoms out and then starts looping back up. So that'd be 1, 2, 3. So 4 here, and then it should right here start actually looping back up. So grab those and turn them a little bit, just slightly, so it's like gradually making this loop. And it kind of loops up and comes back around on the... Looks like on the 9th one is where we want the last wall to be. So let's count that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is where we want this wall to kind of curve around and start coming back down here by this point. So I'm just going to move that out just to remind me which one it is. And then let's just grab a few of these. I feel like these are not what I'm looking for right now. Yeah, it looks like it comes down, kind of slopes down for until the third one. 1, 2, 3. So and then let's just keep looping over until it's about so this looks like it comes down here a little bit. It looks like at the fourth one it should be far over for a flat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So it should be over here and then come straight down. I'll put this guy back before I forget. Turn snap off. What did I say it was for? And then it kind of flattened out like this. So let's go like that. It looks like it does that for about 2 squares at 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this one and one more. And then it comes out a little bit. So like, I'm not being extremely precise, but I'm precise enough where, I'm counting which blocks are the ones being referenced, roughly. Kind of comes up a little bit. and then kind of fades. Let me see how far out. How far out does that go? It should go 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So this is where. Okay. So I'm actually going to take this guy and this guy and loop them up a bit more. And then these are going to connect kind of like right here in the middle. So quite sure that watching me do this is not as relaxing or entertaining as actually doing it, but you know, I've been saying that I would make this video for a while now, so I just kind of wanted to get that done, fulfill my promise, and put it out there for people to watch if they should feel so inclined. Am I doing this? All right, where's my disconnect here? I feel like it's supposed to kind of like jut out a little bit there where I have 9 and then kind of roll back, but I feel like it's not going to bother me too much if I don't have that. But you see here, we're starting to see the general shape here of the area we're looking for. So let's just kind of build up the interior wall. So when we do the interior one now, we're just going to use the one floor because it's a different level. So you're going to see that depth happen. If we come here, and I'm going to just grab one of these. So it looks like we're going to count 1, 2, 3. This will be 3 in. So we've already done that. 1, 2, 3 in. And then this is going to... How high up? 1, 2, 3, 4 is kind of where it starts coming in. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we're going to start right here and just build out the first floor, or the first level. Yeah, I think this is about right. Looks like it's a little bit, you know, there's kind of that peak area, or that, you know, that part where they separate. And this one, let's just kind of like freestyle it a little bit. Let's just go a little bit faster with it. We know generally that it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. So let's just, these are kind of uneven, so I like them. Kind of give yourself a little texture here. What did I say? 6, so that's 4. And then there's our 6 right there. And then we can start like, let me turn this a little bit, start the curve upwards. Yeah. Then how high does it go from here? It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 kind of straight up from here. So 2. This is gonna be like rounded across right here. Let's curve it out a little bit more. 2. And this definitely curves in more. 2, 4, 6. And then you see that, let me see, this looks about right. And you see that big area in the middle where there's like a bunch of different, looks like I'm not sure how to describe it, but like a bigger, thicker area of the cavern itself. So we're just gonna take one piece and kind of, first I'm gonna try to find the words I'm trying to say. And then, yeah, it kind of looks like it juts out like that. And it also comes back across like this. My orientation's all messed up. Hold on. There we go. Now this part's gonna be underwater, so it's okay that it juts out a little bit, but... And then let's just close this off up here. Kind of close that out. And then that area will be separate from the rest. Now this is a little funny. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about this yet, but so because I've built on top of this other layer, if you overlap, you'll see some of these parts right here. What I could do is I'll show you real quick and I'll make my decision shortly, but I could go like this and just drop it in, and then that won't matter as much. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I like that. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. And then let's finish bringing this across. I'll just drop it all together in a second. Start turning it a little bit this way to kind of round it off like the pool shows here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, see, it's kind of rounding into the same shape as that pool we've got. And that should do it. I'm being a little bit less precise than I normally would because, you know, trying to keep it relatively entertaining while I do this. And, you know, I can get really obsessive if I want and make things entirely more precise, but I feel like that would be a longer, less engaging video, and I don't even know how engaging you guys find this one. So, but yeah, there's our basic outline. So we're gonna start with this. You know, it took a little while to do, but not too long. And then we're gonna start filling in the floor here and see how we can trick out the rest of this map here. But before we do that, let's put some water in because everyone loves water. Here we go. So I'm gonna grab this water. Now I was gonna make it deeper water, but the map here kind of makes it look like a shore. So it's supposed to be the same level as the rest of it. Otherwise, it would just spill through. But yeah, let's just do this. Actually, we can put snap on for this. Oops. Let me do it this way. I'm gonna put 3 together. I keep pressing that button because that's where the duplicate button is. Wait, that's not even. Aw, yeah. Alright, now we got these like cool little shore pieces right here, so let's just use these to make a little break in the water. There we go. It's a little annoying that that's higher than that, but that's because we just dropped everything else into the floor, so we've kind of put ourselves in this situation. What can I do there? Let's see. Let me see here. Is this the big piece or is this the little? Yeah, that's too big. I think there's like a smaller debris piece because if I go like that, it blocks off the end. Actually, let's just scale it down and just kind of have it be like a you know, just kind of use it as a like a gradual like ledge thing. Let's try this. Let's see how this looks. Oh, snap off. So like, you know, you can imagine that it was a crudely built like dam of sorts to keep the water from, or to keep the water pooling. Theater of the mind, my friends, and I like it. I like this scenario in which they built this embankment right here. And then this water's got to come from somewhere, right? So let's do like a fountain or something right here. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. So yeah, that water is coming from this like underground oops. If you want to redo, you hold that down for a second and tap it. Yeah, so our water pool here is coming from an underground spout or something. I'm just gonna drop this down there and see. We're gonna have a nudge button soon too, where you can use the arrow keys to just kind of like nudge pieces in place where you want them. Why do I feel like I'm making more work for myself than I need to? Hold on, let me see what I'm doing here. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's gonna bug me a little bit, but I'll fix it in post. All right, cool. So what's the next step? We get to put the floor down for this second level up here. Trying to think if I want to use the same floor as the one below it, and I think I will, just because it's the same on the map that I'm using as inspiration. So let's just do that. So we're gonna take this piece and we're gonna find out where we want to lay it, and kind of do that. See how it merges nicely with that piece that's already there. And then we're gonna kind of like fill in the edges here. They're not gonna line up because they're not straight edges, so how could they? But we'll just kind of like make sure they're on the edge enough that they merge in. Remember, this is that part that's kind of like extra chunky. I think it might come higher or something. So maybe I'll put like a big old stalagmite there or something at the end. But for now, let's just get it covered up. What did I? Oh right, I was supposed to drop all those down, huh? Alright, fine. I really liked how well those were sitting there. It's all good. Let's just drop them all down together. There we go. No harm, no foul. Except for that. It's okay though. There we go. Wait, what did I do? Okay. Let's see, I lost my the level I was building on. There we go. So once you kind of like place one of them, the other pieces will try to line up with that one. So see what I mean? So the app will tell you by highlighting everything around it when you're on the same level as something. And then, of course, I grabbed the wrong piece. Okay. Told you guys it's going to take me a second to get used to the PC build. So we can also start grabbing like bigger chunks of pieces, like, and laying them down all together. This is not great if you're trying to stick to a grid, like while you're playing, but it's how we quickly build and adapt for not straight edges. I mean, of course, we're also going to have a measurement tool at some point, which will make the grid system even less vital to gameplay, but until then. Now I'm just kind of like going around and filling in anywhere that that doesn't have any pieces, or that's got like floor showing. Try to do this as little as possible because, you know, try to keep the number of assets to a minimum, because both for performance and for to be economical. Obviously, if you can build something with 400 pieces, that's 20% more performance than if you built the same thing with 500 pieces. So try to do that. Let me see. So it's going to start to overlap a little bit, so I can just like kind of shrink it down for now. Like I said, I think I'm going to put something on top of this, so it's not that important, but for my own satisfaction, I'm going to go ahead and just cover everything. Yeah, I keep doing that. That's because it's on the PC, so I'll get better at it. Just turn pieces diagonally if they're just not long enough to cover what you need. Cool. So that's the second There we go. I feel like it'd be cool if like things like made a little clicking sound when you clicked them. All right, yeah. So that's the outline there, and then let's fill in this the negative space up here for now, just to kind of get that out of the way. Let's grab all these pieces and duplicate that and bring that up here. Let's turn snap on. I think I like it slightly underneath the lip like that. Yeah, that's good. Can't tell if you can tell, but this is very therapeutic and relaxing for me. I really do enjoy doing this. I don't know what it is, but something about it just like chills me out and helps me slow everything down and just I don't know, build and have a good time. It's it might be like this for other people too, but I really do just love chilling and building and seeing it all come together and take my time one piece at a time. I guess it's why people do jigsaws and stuff like that, jigsaw puzzles and everything, so. I get it, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like, let me see. Yeah, that's kind of like hanging over a little bit, and I don't have to live with that, so I'm not going to. Snap off. There we go. I feel like I can just grab all these pieces again. Yeah, I definitely need to try to do this live so I can kind of like chat with somebody while I do it, like on Twitch or something. I did the other one with Brad, and that was a lot of fun, but this is more of like a specific instructional video, so I didn't want to like drag him along with me to just do this one specific thing. Make it available for everyone, but like I was saying before, it was just kind of something that the Discord community specifically asked about. Done a few maps with this kind of like dig down sandbox style look. They always come out really well, and I kind of have a hard time explaining exactly how I do it, so I figured it would make sense to just do it on video, you know? Do it on video, because everyone uses videos still. They still call it that though, right? Like, even though they're on videotapes. I don't know. See, I say dumb stuff when I feel like I have to fill the silence with words. If that's okay. So if you want stuff to sit, you gotta kind of like, when you select stuff, the point at which you click or tap, that's the point that the app is starting to look for snap points. So like, see, I've got my arrow here, and then I put it into a spot that's like, doesn't have anything under it, so it lets it sink in a little bit, if that makes sense. So like right here, it's over another piece, so it's trying to sit over it. But if I move over, it sinks down into that spot where there's nothing underneath it, which is of course what we're trying to do here. So if I were to grab it in the middle here, it'll sink in sooner. But it doesn't always make for a perfect result, so sometimes you're just going to place it over it and let's drop it. You also catch me doing that Homer Simpson concentration phase from time to time. My like tongue out, and I'm biting down on my tongue a little bit. Like, I don't know why I do that. I swear I don't mean to, but I didn't think anyone else ever did it. And then I saw an episode of The Simpsons. I think Homer was like building a circus tent out of mashed potatoes or something, and I was like, "Hey, I do that face when I'm concentrating." I thought that was kind of funny. But I don't even know if people understand Simpsons references anymore. I'm starting to, a lot of people still get Family Guy references, but I used to reference Simpsons for everything, and now I feel like it just doesn't land for a lot of the new humans out there. I'm sure I'm gonna miss a few spots while doing this video, but you know, I'll touch those up later. I'll make this map available in the Hub Map Manager as well when I'm done with it. So if you guys want to kind of mess around with it after it's been done, you'll be able to do that. It's to kind of like dissect it, and if you have any questions, kind of like review what I did and see how I did it and all that. This is almost all of it, if I remember correctly. Is that everything? No, Eric, it's not. It's okay. So what, like, so far I think I've used, what, 3 or like 4 unique pieces? Maybe 5? The floor and the walls are all the same, and then the basic water piece, the fountain piece, and then the shore pieces. Oh, and then the rubble, so that's like 6, I think. So the reason that keeps happening, I keep grabbing those things by accident, is because currently to move the camera, you press both buttons and then drag. And then, so what's happening is sometimes I'm pressing the left mouse button and then starting to drag before I click the right mouse button. And it's kind of causing me to grab pieces and move them inadvertently. So that's why that keeps happening. I do know that we're internally talking about like how all the, you know, the keyboard should work and the mouse and the controls, like how we should be moving pieces. I mean, the camera, like, especially, because we would like to also start, and I think this is gonna be really cool, but allowing people to move their minis without like touching and dragging them with the mouse. Because on the PC you can just use, you know, keyboard inputs, and you know, if players can just move their minis by, you know, touching and, or like selecting their mini and then, oops, if they can select their mini and then move it with the keyboard, that'd be kind of cool, you know, not have to like click and drag. Being available on PC is going to open a whole lot of new doors for us, as well as I think is like just people enjoying it more. Some of the Android folks are having a hard time enjoying themselves, and you know, it is an application that right now is a little bit more difficult to use on a smaller screen device, and you know, there's just more folks out there with iPads than there are with Android tablet devices, so you're going to have a little bit of a disconnect there with people's experiences, because the application certainly enjoys a bigger screen. All right, cool. I think that is both levels, and they're all. What happened here? Did I shrink those? I don't think I did. I don't know what happened there. Nope. Oh well, I'm not going to obsess over it. It's fine. I might obsess over it if I wasn't trying to keep this video under 2 hours, but it's all good. What? Get down there. Alright, cool. So, what do we got now? Ladders are easy enough. That's kind of a layup, so let's put our ladders in. I think... where do we got some good ladders? These are kind of fancy ladders, though. The ones on this map look kind of ragged, but... oh, wait, I have this fancy little... I think the Dwarven Forge one is sideways right now, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's a bug, so we're going to be fixing that. Is a short ladder long enough? Let's see. Really don't need short and tall ladders anymore, really, because we have the this. I do want to make it a little bit bigger so that, yeah, look at that. That's a cool, that's a nice ladder right there. And then let's just do the same. So if you duplicate something that you've resized, it'll duplicate that size. If you pull a fresh one out from the inventory, it'll be the default size. Just in case you weren't sure how that works. And this ladder's kind of like over here a little bit, it looks like. There we go. Look at that. Bird. And then, what are those smashed up vases and a shovel and a bunch of like splintered wood? Not sure what we're gonna do. Let's just throw around some random stalagmites and kind of like make it more cave feeling. Let's see. Stalagmites, are those the ones that go on the ground, or stalactites on the ground? Alright, this says stalagmite, so if we're doing it right, mite means ground. So let's kind of like put that in the corner there. It's kind of like, you know, cavern stuff happened over here, and now there's some cool stuff in the corner. I don't know. I don't know a lot about how caves work, but that looks kind of cool. And then if I do want to add any more of those, which I do, I'm going to use the same piece because, like I said, trying to keep it economical. Let's put this big one up here. Remember, I was telling you I wanted to kind of like... Not sure what I'm looking at there. It looks like a broken... Looks like just general debris. Like right here is going to be all wood pikes and stuff like that. I'm not sure. Not sure what I would use for something like that. Let me see. I think broken castle pieces, but that doesn't really look right. I feel like maybe we could use some of these door pieces and just put them against the wall, but that might not look right. We need a pile of just like general debris. There's so much debris in all these maps. I've made piles of debris before, but I feel like we should have a dedicated pile of debris. Let me just see how these dwarven forged doors would look. It's also the campfire. Maybe I can make that bigger and kind of bury the fire part of it so it's not glowing, but not sure if that's gonna work. So I'll also do this quite a bit where I just like experiment with different things and see if I can kind of replicate a piece in a map that we don't currently have available yet. I'll merge stuff, I'll resize stuff, I'll rotate stuff until it's kind of like serves an extra purpose for what it is. Just pulling out a few options right now to kind of try different things to see if we can come up with an acceptable look. Did I even grab that door I said I was going to try? Alright, let's see. So here's a few different things. So like this one I was going to try and shrink it down. See, I was going for kind of shrinking it down and then merging it and seeing if that would look good. It does not. I think this might be the move right here. I'm not sure. It's kind of like that. Make it bigger maybe. It's not as pointy, but it kind of gets the idea across that it's like a little bit more fortified. You know what I mean? Let's try it. Let me see. It's not terrible. I might just like leave it up as a you know, A for effort type deal. Looks like it's a little bit supported. Like maybe this part up here was more man-made. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't match perfectly, of course, but, you know, I think it kind of gets the idea across. And I'm sure you guys will forgive me. Even though, because it doesn't match it exactly. But I do like how that looks. It's kind of cool. I'm going to flip it around and do a little bit of this side as well. It's kind of to keep you on your toes about how it looks so it's not so uniform. I'll flip a few of these around too, just to kind of like keep the variety in there. I'm going to bring these all the way over to the ladder here. Yeah. I'm down, it's cool. Yeah, see, so what just happened was me trying to move the camera and accidentally snagging that piece. I also try to go a lot faster than I should sometimes. Alright, cool. Yeah, so like now that little wooden area on there is represented here as the kind of the support for the upper part. And then it looks like some broken vases, which I know we don't have, but we have barrels. Let's use barrels. I like barrels. Everyone likes barrels. Let's make these a little bigger. Let's just place these like randomly around based on where they are in the map. There's a few of them over here. When your party gets here, you're like, yeah, you can see those barrels, but you know they're actually smashed up or whatever you want to say. Now, kind of, yeah, look at that, some barrels strewn about. I'm gonna put this over here as well. I don't like that it's just like stops like that. Yeah, I like how that looks. And there's some more over here, but those are more on top than they are like on the side, so I'm gonna leave it. Well, wherever there's barrels, there's usually crates too, so let's put some crates on here. Crates? Crate? Here we go. Yeah, let's just randomly put some crates around too. There's always crates. Crate's one of those words, if you keep saying it, it starts to sound real funny. Crates. Crates. Crate. Crates. See, like I put that fireplace there as a possible wall, but I kind of like it now. I feel like someone's been camping out here recently, so it's staying. And honestly, like that might be it. That might be a done deal right there. So yeah, that's how it would look with this 2-floor kind of sandbox style build. I think that the default settings are too bright, especially for a cave. So there we go. Nice. That's better. So yeah, there you go. That's this map done with my, sandbox style build. And you can imagine if this map was 5 times bigger and there were 4 floors, it would be, you'd build the walls up 4 and you kind of dig in as you needed to and create levels and layers, and there could be stairs here that gradually lead up, or however you want to do it. But yeah, there's the video I've been promising you I would make for ages now. I've made it. It's done, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys learned something about from it. And yeah, please tell your friends about Mirrorscape. It's really important that as many people as possible know about it. I know a lot of people are waiting for the PC build to be available. It's coming up. It's right around the corner. So, let people know to get started soon. And yeah, the more people on it, the more fun we have. So let's do this. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. As always, join our Discord if you haven't. It's an amazing community and just the best people. So highly recommended, 10 out of 10. We'll see you later. Thanks, guys.